What's going on YouTube and Twitch? This is episode 4 of the SSF Wizard Hardcore Let's Play. Now, I think this might well be the last one I upload because it's taken absolutely ages to upload on my computer. It's really crunching it. But the VODs will always be on the Twitch site, so if you just want to head over to there if you want to keep watching. Maybe I'll upload once per week, but I'm going to keep playing this character a little bit more than that. But yeah, you'll just have to keep an eye out for it. Now, where did we leave off last time? Well, we did sneak on the boards, but we've been kicked off, so that's going to be the goal today. Try and get back on there, but we've got the Hydra set up. Super helpful, Death Wish, Magistrate, Serpent Sparker, Edge Sigil, all that kind of jazz. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to finish up ranking up some gems. So Boon of the Hoarder, we're going to try and get that up to 50. Then we've got the Enforcer to do. We've got, I don't know, maybe Powerful. Probably Taeguk, a few kind of bits like that. So we're just going to jump in. We've got a few keys to burn, so we'll burn those, and then once we've got ourselves up to a decent-ish level and spent a bit of time with the character, then I think we'll probably go and do some bounties. Just Act 1. I'm not interested in getting any mats to reforge anything on this. I just can't be bothered. But what we do need is the gem plans, because they're going to give us a nice big DPS increase and toughness increase, so that's gonna kind of basically be something that we're looking for. Just realised my chat box is closed, so that's no good, is it? Right, let's melt this stuff, and then I'll have to open that because otherwise I can't see what anyone's saying. Right, let's open this out. There we go. Bizarre. What's going on YouTube and Twitch? It is episode 4 of the Hardcore Let's Play. No idea why, but I've just started going live and it's just kicked me out, but never mind, we're back. So this is episode 4. We did get on the boards last time, so that was quite exciting. We've been kicked off, so I guess the long-term goal for today is to get back on. So I reckon we'll only need like a 76 or 77 to get back on. So that shouldn't be too much bother. Now we've got some gems to finish leveling, so we want the Boon of the Horde up to 50, which we're going to do now. Then once we've got that, we're going to go for, I guess, probably Enforcer to help buff up these Hydras. Taeguk as well, probably, because I suspect we're going to stay channeling when we push, so that's going to be quite handy. And once we feel like T16 is an absolute breeze, or 75 is a breeze, we'll probably go off and do some Act 1 bounties just to get the gem plans. Now, this may well be the last one that I upload to YouTube, just because it's absolutely crunching my computer. It's taken like, I don't know, 7 or 8 hours to upload an episode, which is just providing a bit of a problem with the resources. So a bit of time for me to do it, and a bit of internet bandwidth, which isn't making my family terribly happy. But Twitch obviously has got VODs, so the episodes will still be there for every I don't know, I think it's like 3 or 4 weeks that they stay. So I will put in the community tab when the episode's going to be filmed, and then you can go along and watch them. Now I may well reverse and upload maybe 1 a week to YouTube. We'll just kind of have to see how that goes, but I don't know, it's just basically tying up my resources just a little bit too much, a bit more than I was kind of anticipating. But it's been a lot of fun. I'm going to carry on playing the character, so we'll carry on streaming the hardcore. So as I say, if you do want to come by and say hello live, then please do so. But if not, you can always watch the VOD on Twitch's actual website if you just head to my page. So again, I'll pop the link in the description for you. And yeah, we're going to carry on taking this nice and slow and steady. Don't really want to brick this character, so it'll be a case of trundling about on 75, I think, for a little bit, until we get to the point, as I say, where it just looks incredibly easy, and then we'll go off, get the gem plans, and then hopefully it won't be too long to put them together. So we possibly need to get like a broken crown somewhere along the way. So if we get a rogue, we could probably take that on the character in the cube, and that would give us lots of lovely gems to upgrade, which obviously going to make a bit of a difference for the character's damage and toughness. So that's the loose plan. We'll see what the game drops us as well. We've got plenty of stuff still to get, you know, NEMs we need, We need, what else do we need? We need Tasker and Theo to buff up the Hydras. Yeah, and then some legendary gems. Hey Philip, how you doing, buddy? Enjoying the weather now. It's cooled down a little bit. I'm good. I'm a little jaded. I've worked quite a bit lately on because I work in football. The Champions League's been absolutely crazy, so I've been super busy with that. But it's been a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it, but I'm a little burnt out. So I'm gonna take the night off tonight. Have a rest day tomorrow maybe, and then back at it. And so I'm gonna stream Monday. But yeah, we've got some R&R time planned, so we'll make it work. But yeah, still got quite a bit to do on all the characters where I want to get them for the end of the season, and I'm kind of thinking of maybe picking up Last Epoch maybe after I'm done streaming, just to give that a bit of a try, because I've been thinking a little bit lately, and I do love this game to bits, and this will definitely be the core of my content. But I would like to have a little bit of a branch out, because I just think my perspective is possibly a little limited at the moment with it being 99% Diablo 3 based, but we'll see how we do. Hey Crazy G, good, how are you, buddy? There we go. We've taken our rightful place back on the board from whichever git nabbed it off us. Next week off, work for a bank, mandatory leave. Nice. Yeah, I suppose it's I don't know, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, you can't, your options to go on holiday are very limited and stuff, aren't they? So I guess a lot of people, no pun intended, are banking up a lot of leave. I would guess. You know, lots of people have had holidays cancelled or moved, or look at that, Grasp of Essence. We can go play Necro once we kill this character. Hey Mark, how you doing, buddy? GG's on there, was it 116? Should we stick them in? We'll stick them. I don't know. We might do Necro. We probably won't, but don't look a gift horse in the mouth. You know, free stuff is free stuff. I love the pun. Banking leave, yeah. Crap puns. That's how I make my living. Crappy puns. Right, so what do we want first? I think we'll go, should we go for Nems? Because we might hit a nicer pair of blood braces, and yeah, we'll do that. Gloves is probably next after that. So, I don't know, we'll see what we get. I've also put a few Paragon points into Vitality, just because I think that's probably best. I don't know, we'll maybe put a couple of hundred in there. That should be enough. 11 minutes 7, nice. Yeah, we're on the hardcore wizard today, Crazy G, so just trying to, we've just got back on the board, so that's nice. But we're just going to do some gems today, get the legendary gems ranked up, and maybe go get a rogue and look for the kind of like the gem plans so we can combine up some stuff. Hey Silver Surfer, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, I think we'll maybe just commit to just doing this. I haven't done a lot of Legacy Dreams on the Necro and also the Seda. I don't think I've got the mental patience to be reforging items and stuff. So I think we'll stick to set based builds for this for the moment. Yeah, sure, that's fine, Philip. If you just bang me an email with it, I'll when I crack my can of beer when I'm done, as I'm downloading Last Epoch, I'll give that a look-see. Looking for a bit of DPS, bit of deeps increase. Yeah, sure, man. Absolutely no problemo. This guy's a bit tough. Wrong way. But yeah, fingers crossed, if we can find a couple of upgrades as well, a couple of ancient set pieces at some point. We've got 4 hours, so reasonable expectation to find some of the missing bits that we've got. Nice, Mark. You'll have to email me a link to your channel, and I'll check that out. drop you a congratulatory comment. But yeah, it's quite nice. I like when viewers send me clears. Somebody sent me a Barb 1-2, I want to say it was 127, but it might not have been that high, on Slam Barb. So that was good. It's nice to watch. It's good to show that you can like push things that aren't, you know, meta basically. Thanks, Crazy G. Yeah, I do try and make them simple, because obviously there's a lot of new players come to the game with the Switch. There's a lot of people who dip in and out. You know, I think we talked quite a lot on stream about, I think one of this game's actual strengths is probably what is perceived to be its main weakness, which it is very casual friendly. You know, it's certainly a game you could dip in and out of. You know, you could not play it for 2 years, come back and pick it back up straight away. Okay, cool. I'll can't activate the comments. If you just type !email, it'll give you my channel email. If you send it there, then it won't get lost, because otherwise I'll have to troll through chat and remember to find it. But I check my emails every day, so there we go. Have you had clears not recorded on the leaderboard? Twice cleared 116, which is P best, but leaderboard won't update. I did see, I think I saw a thread about leaderboards on the forums, but didn't read it. No, I've just popped on at like 960. I haven't checked if my Necro's still on there. And Crusader were not too far away, but not there. We'll get there by the end of the season, I think. But no, I haven't had any issues with the leaderboards not updating. But I don't know. Someone can go check. We should be right near the bottom of the hardcore wizard board now. I think it was like 960, 970 maybe. Oh, it's hella annoying, I would imagine. You could try restarting your game. That might fix it. It's always the first port of call with anything computer based. Have you tried switching it off and switching it back on again? I have to do that like once every 7 or 8 streams for my camera. It just like randomly deactivates. So I just have to reboot my computer and it magically works. It's very weird. I'd like to say I know enough about computers to understand what's going on, but I don't have a clue. But I mean, it should, I presume it would catch up. I don't know, does it not, Mark? If you've had it before, is that it? Is the clear gone? You'll just never get it back? But yeah, you want to be rewarded for your hard work. You know, juicy leaderboard spot. Name of the game. L's. Hey L's. We'll just do L's. I'm crap at pronouncing stuff. Thank you for the follow, L's. Welcome. Welcome as we cower behind one of the tankiest options for the wizard on hardcore. Yeah, perfect. Right. Let's just splat this guy. Oh, we've got the thingy buffs dropped off. The Carini. Never mind. Insta melted. That's what we like. Right. This should be the Boon of the Horde done. Cheers, Els. Yeah, we're patiently waiting PTR. I've recorded some audio for a video yesterday, so I need to get that edited. Just a bit of speculation about what the season theme might be and what, I don't know, what buffs maybe we'd like to see, that sort of stuff. But until then we're gonna crack on with the goals that we've got. Ha, yeah, squishy necro. Many squishy necros died in lots of my videos. I hate to think how many times I've been killed as a necro. Quite a few, I'd imagine. Right. keep pumping those into vitality just in case. I think we may as well burn these last 2 keys, see what we get. So now we're out of gold, aren't we? Let's go key farming. We can get a bit more gold. I guess we could maybe get away with doing a extra gold in the helm, because the Hydra's not that thirsty on the resource. We'll try it. We'll see what it's like. It might be too risky. Might be not enough RCR. Because we don't have the Hergbrash binding. Though we could stick them. We've got the toughness probably, but we'll give this a punt and see what it's like. Pop up the old bufferoonies, and off we pop. Yeah, I mean, I suppose we could put Paragon points into max Arcane, but it looks fine. Just need a pair of Nems, speed all these runs up. Hey Marshy, going good? How are you, buddy? Primal squirts, GG's, nice. Nice. It's always good to find a reusable primal, particularly a like a super hard piece like a amulet. Following my builds, nice. What you playing, Marshy? Says from COVID-19, my comments are deactivated. Okay, right, on your YouTube video. That's weird. To look into that. There's it goes through. You have to, well, a change a little while ago is you had to go through and basically say whether you want all your videos to be watchable by kids or not. And like if you clicked kids, then it deactivated comments, so it might have automatically put you in that bracket, maybe something daft like that. Gobble up these legendaries. Yeah, there'll be something in the settings. Again, like normally speaking, if I'm stuck with something, I just YouTube how to do it. There's normally somebody else who's had that problem and has made a little video on how to fix it. Yeah, there's all sorts of, like, again, when you're uploading, there's loads of stuff to expand, like menus to expand, and it's changed a little bit recently with COVID. They're basically asking you to moderate your own videos and stuff, like say what's in it, what is it suitable for adverts and that kind of stuff. So it is all a bit weird. The times they are changing. Trying the Necro, nice. How you finding it, Marshy? Hopefully not too squish. Ooh, did I hear it? Did I hear something drop then? Is it just the Veil Crystal? No, it was the orb. Got excited, thought it was gems. But yeah, we don't actually, by the looks of this, really need the channeling items for T16, because the Hydra seem to be doing stuff on their own, so that's potentially super useful, because it means we can maybe take the Aether Walker. Got a nice ancient one of those in the vault, or in the stash even. Too slow. Yeah, if you're doing Poison Scythe, that can be super slow. Although you can take the Depth Diggers and put the Stewart's Greaves on the character or in the cube. That makes it much zippier. Although I'm still yet to find a ancient pair of Depth Diggers with a good roll to do much testing. But I've kind of neglected my Necro. Really haven't played it much in the last 2-3 weeks, so I need to rectify that. Might do Necro next Diablo stream. Next D3 stream might be Necro. Try and work on it a little bit, see if we can get a little bit closer to that 120 goal that I've set. you go, Mark. Easy peasy. It's easy when you know the answer, isn't it? My son wants to, he's got like a super small YouTube channel that, I don't know, I started for him, and he's, you know, uploads once every like 6 months to it at the moment. But it's like, I don't really know what to do with that, because he wants his mates to all comment on them. But if you put that it's made for kids, it automatically goes on to like comments deactivated and only shown to kids. You're like, well, he doesn't really want that, but then, you know, it is kind of made for kids. It's all a bit bizarre. Yeah, it does. So if you want attack speed, then you're better off going for the Enchantress, and she can do, I think she does Charm, which will proc your Crispins as well. And I tend to most of the time used to stick with Templar, just because it, you know, offered you the heal, which was useful. But I think if you're doing Poison Scythe, it's probably better to have the Enchantress for the extra attack speed. She might be the difference between getting to the next breakpoint on Poison Scythe. Ooh, Kaylee, you're always going for the Enchantress. How you doing? Yeah, I used to go Templar a lot just because it was so squishy. Because you know, you'd always be on the brink of death, and the heal could sometimes come in clutch. Yeah, she does have the defensive chicken ability. Yeah, I'd play with both. Have a look at both and see which one you prefer. But I've been playing a lot more with the Enchantress lately. I used to always do Templar, but a lot of raid. Yeah, I know. I've just been for a quick walk. It looked alright when it set off, and it's I've literally just got back just as it was bucketing down. I'm gonna run out of resource here. We are. Never mind. Yeah, I just need a little bit more damage, and we'll be taking that guy down so much quicker, and that would be super handy, because that should hopefully have given us a nice bit of gold. Yeah, it's, again, he offers resource regen. So again, if you've got any kind of, I know a lot of necro builds don't actually spend resource, but if you've got one that does, you can help out with that, so you get more essence. And yeah, the heal can be quite nice. Again, he's got like a kind of defensive charge. He'll charge in and stun. But I don't know. I just kind of picked Templar and like vanilla or whenever it was that they came out, and just kind of stuck with it really. You can also do freeze deflection, so he can take this. It's attacking enemy. He can take this dagger, and then the freeze deflection. So Bloodshed's done like, it's a while ago now, but it's a really good video on followers. I'd recommend, if you're interested, I'd recommend going to watch that. That's a really good resource. What do we want? We want Nems braces. Can't say them. Ashnagars, another pair of them. Any better? No, absolutely not better. Okay, cool. Cheers, Mark. Thanks, I'll pick that up from there. The linkage. Right, let's go do another one of these. It builds on D3 planner. Yes. Yeah, most of them I've done the planner link in the video. So there's a few builds that I've put in links in here. Again, that's on the to-do list to make sure I finish filling out all my builds so that you can get them like here whilst we're streaming. So again, another thing on the to-do list. I've been super busy the last 2-3 weeks with the Champions League, been back for football. I've been slammed. The kids have been off from school holidays. My wife's been off wanting to do day trips and stuff. So it's been a lot of fun, but it's been super busy. Ha, the scoundrel. He needs something changing, man. I don't think I've ever seen anybody ever recommend the scoundrel. It's little things like that sometimes just make you think, why? You know, it's like you've got like 1/3 of the followers in this game are meaningless. That's just silly. Change his abilities, get him to do something. You know, even if you just if he gave you like 15% cooldown or something, or 10% cooldown. You know, give him a change, give him a tweak, give him some love. You know, he's the funniest character. I like his lines. When he's really annoying when you're trying to record videos. I have to keep remembering to turn the game sound down, because like I'll be chatting away trying to go through the mechanics of a build, and he'll just be like, "Don't take that Templar with you; it'll send you to sleep." And it's just like, "Oh, shut up!" But yeah, he's funny. Yeah, any build video I've done, the D3 planner will be in there. I do need to make some kind of external resource or website for them all to go in, just so that people don't have to keep clicking on videos and getting stung with a YouTube ad just to get a link. But again, it's a bit more of a kind of long-term thing for me to do. But yeah, I will eventually move some of them over here, I guess. That's probably the thing to do, and then people can just look for them on here if they want to chat to me about them. So Uber, how you doing, buddy? The scoundrel gives you a bit of damn DPS. Yeah, what's it? I'm sure he's got some other good lines about the Templar. He's like winding him up, isn't he? Talking about Jondar and all that kind of stuff. It's funny. I do enjoy it. Quivers, don't want no quivers, man. Don't be giving me quivers on my wizard. No OPDH on this playthrough. Cheers, Marshy. Yeah, always happy to answer questions and try and help. I'm not always right. Invariably, in fact, I'm most of the time probably wrong, but it's good to try and help anyway. Just jump out of that real quick. But yeah, I guess we'll go for Enforcer next. See if we can spruce these dudes up a bit. We need an amulet with double crit and socket. I've got a Flavour of Time that's passable. It's not. I don't think it's got either crit, but it's got 20% cold on. But it doesn't have a socket. Again, like resources is super tight early on, so but yeah, if RNGesus could drop us one. I was thinking about you the other day, Kaylee. I got a primal Flavour of Time on stream. I was super excited, and it rolled with all res. And initially I was like, oh cool, it's got a socket, that's not going to be too bad. And yeah, chat laughed. I was hopeful that even after re-rolling it wouldn't be too much of a drop from what I had on, because you know me, I'm a nitwit, I like my primals, but sadly it's just waiting to be salvaged. 120, Mark, nice, that's where I'm hoping to get to this season. It's just the map makes such a difference for it. The density, the area damage, all this kind of stuff. You know, it's like you're normally fishing for density anyway, even though, you know, admittedly you don't have any grouping mechanic, but still you're benefiting from area damage a lot. But even then you've got, what have you got? You've got the Sims basically giving you treble area damage. Come on, kill him. Annoying knockback. But yeah, I think a bit more damage will be able to just dump off the channeling items. just play this super zippy with the Aether Walker and the Winter Flurry. See if we can't speed it up a little bit. Primals, the Beam of Dream, yeah, often turns into the Beam of Nightmares, doesn't it? For the old Primals, but I don't know, it's just one of those, isn't it? It's just RNG at the end of the day. Right, we'll definitely save this puzzle ring, because that's going to help with gems a bunch once we get the plans. Because we can open a portal and go in with the Broken Crown on, and hope to see the gem goblins. That'd be pretty useful. And then other than that, I reckon this stuff is all for the bin. Yeah, Nems. Carry on going for Nems. No joy. Very attractive Crusader. Hey Necroborg, how you doing? Right, where are we? Stick these in here. Get the kind of GR-ish version back. Stick them in. Paragon points. I guess. I don't know. We've got a life pool of about 1 million. That's not too bad, is it? And we'll just keep bashing these out to do up the gems. Mythic items. Yeah, I know. But primals, I wouldn't put it past the classic team to change them, as in like what you reforge them for. I think that, you know, that sounds up their street. I reckon if we've got enough momentum behind that, you know, change primals, big enough upvotes on the forums, you know, we can maybe get that implemented. But yeah, default, I don't know. I don't mind the ancient, the primals, and I've heard a few people refer to it as fake content. I'm not so sure I agree with that, but yeah, you want. I'd say the itemization in this game probably isn't interesting enough. It's not as interesting as I want it to be. But the more and more extra affixes we get added to stuff, the better for this game. So the more items that are usable, the better condition it'll be in. But, you know, I mean, realistically, we just... I don't want D4 to be this, like, where it's like... You know, I mean, I love this game. I have loads of fun with it, but it does feel a little bad that, like, somebody tried to send me a link, I forget who it was now, with a Poison Scythe and Corpse Explosion, like, hybrid build. And it's fine, you can do it. It's just, you know, the game doesn't reward you. There's no reward for like mixing skills. You know, there's no, you know, like wouldn't it be cool if you could do Hydras and they had some effect on them, like, you know, if you do a crit, then this other skill that you've got deals a load of extra damage and you have to like time it right. So you wait to see them crit and then you come in with another ability. So like dual ability, triple ability builds. I think that's where the itemization, you know, needs to be tweaked, because we don't really want everything being just like dumped into one multiplier. It just doesn't feel probably as rewarding as if you could like mix stuff up. You know, you just kind of want to create options inside things. I mean, you've got to be careful because you don't want to go too complex with it, because people get like the point of overwhelm very quickly. But I hope that the items are a bit more interesting than this game. Pretty good. Grind boss off, reforge, necro gear. 2 massive upgrades, nice. Doing the 120 ore grind, nice. What did RNG's bestow you with Necroborg for your upgrades? Don't be telling me primals, because I'll get get jealous. My monitor was a fairly cheap one. It's an Acer something or other. Again, that's something I need to do. I need to get on my spec stuff. My sister works for a retailer, so I'm quite fortunate. She gets like 15% off. I want to say it was like an Acer Nitro or something. but it's not got like a mega high refresh rate or anything like that. Baphomet, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I've got a nice laptop with a ridiculous refresh rate on it, and that is super nice. I mean, if you're doing a lot of gaming, I'd go for a super, like the highest refresh rate you can get. I think this is 75 hertz. I think my laptop screen is like whatever the next one up is, 144. Primal poison pants, you lucky dog. I can't even get ancient ones, but admittedly I haven't done enough bounties, so. But yeah, I had to buy a new monitor just because I need one for chat. So my old one's really crummy. But the extra refresh rate makes a massive difference. The game almost looks like, oh, there we go, we stole a place. Yeah, the refresh rate's super important. Just makes everything look like really vibrant, really clean. Let's do the Enforcer. Ancient Sim Amulet, better offhand. Nice. Dual monitor setup. Yeah, so I've got one monitor, so like there's the camera. That's on just, I haven't even like put it on a clamp or anything, I'm just resting it on top of the monitor. So I've got one monitor with like my screen for chat on, and then one for the game. So I just all I see is the game screen. So I have to kind of look over here to see the chat. I'd quite like to get a vertical monitor, just so I could put the chat on there, because that would make it bigger. Because obviously it's you know, I've got my main monitor with the game on, so I can see what's happening, and my other one's just a tad small. So again, long term wise, it needs to be upgraded, but for the moment, it does the job just fine. But I think, you know, long term, I think you might even do triple monitor. You might have one for chat and then another monitor with like other stuff on. Else, how are you doing? What you playing? Are you doing Last Epoch then? Bounties for 6 hours straight. Lost 150 IQ points. It felt like a vegetable. Yeah, I kind of like, for my YouTube videos, I know I need to go and just like sit down and do exactly that. Like on each of my 3 accounts, just spend 2 hours grinding bounties, because it's like double. And it means that when they make changes in the game, I can just go, yeah, I'll just reforge that. So yeah, that's I've been putting that off. Even for double bounties, I think I've done like probably about 2 sets since they changed it. But again, I've been super busy, so if I hadn't been working every night, then I probably would have done some. Just stick on an audiobook, stick on a podcast, just grind it through. Nice. I think I'm gonna download that after the stream. I might stream it on Monday, just to give it a look-see. Because although Path of Exile was the most popular option when I put it on the community tab about what we're gonna try and do, it's like, yeah, I just worry that's gonna take way too much time. So I don't know. We'll give it a go. See what it's like. Yeah, has anyone else been hammering the bounties at all, taking advantage of the double dipping? Nice. Paladin. I'll have to pick something else. Don't know. I don't know whether to just buy it and then just stream it straight from the start, so I don't have a clue about what I'm doing, or whether to have a little play for a couple of hours and pick a character and that kind of stuff. But I'll download it and have a little look-see.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while.
Alone Jungle. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Yeah, it's exciting times in the ARPG world, isn't it? Quite a few like projects on the way. Torchlight 3 again. Like I'm not the art style doesn't look very appealing to me, but again, it's another ARPG, isn't it? It's going to be coming out fairly soon, I guess. Do you ever get nostalgic about playing D2? I played more D1 than D2 actually, but I have recently repurchased it. So yeah, it's on my kind of vague ideas list at this point of the season where there's not much going on. I have kind of thought about maybe doing a bit of D2, but yeah, it's a possibility. Just for the nostalgic. But yeah, it I don't know, it was just gritty, wasn't it? Darker. I don't think I'm not even sure I ever finished Diablo 2, to be honest. I kind of, at that point in my life, I was kind of getting quite into football and sports and stuff, and none of my mates did PC gaming at all. It was all console. So it was very much kind of, I had to, do that on my own. So I did have it, I did play it a lot, but I mean, I was a bit of a divvy as a kid, so I probably didn't really know what I was doing. And if you get stuck back then, there wasn't quite the access to information, was there? So it was a bit harder. Air Crystal. But yeah, I don't know, maybe at some point we'll stream a little bit of D2. Maybe we'll stream a little bit of Diablo 1. I wouldn't rule anything out. But yeah, it is fun to just like listen, fire up the game, play a little bit of it, listen to the soundtrack. The all the voice acting's cool. Like talking to Deckard Cain in town, and what's her name? It's either Ashira or Akira, the Amazon leader. The Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye. So yeah, it's on the to-do list to go through it again. Again, like we get all these rumors of the remaster. I mean, I think that makes an awful lot of sense for Blizzard to do that. I know obviously they completely balked the Warcraft 3 one, but I think the StarCraft one they did really well with, so it's a bit kind of like 50-50, but it could be a good way of getting a load of people back into Diablo, wet the whistle, so to speak. Come on, Nems, where you at? Don't tell me I'm going to get stuck on Nems. But yeah, Luke Ghislaine, that was always that was the second area, was it? Or was it the third? I can never remember. But yeah, it's something that I could easily spend a few hours playing through again. It's just time's the job, kids, streaming, YouTube videos, all the other stuff you want to do in life. It's I don't know, if there was a magic pill that I could take that meant that I didn't have to sleep, I'd be sorely tempted, because there's just so much to do, but that's a good thing, I guess. But yeah, getting I don't know, getting quite excited. Like as I said, started working on a season 22 speculation video, so it's kind of got me quite excited for what we might get with the next patch. So I don't know, I've probably built up in my mind too much, being overly positive, overly optimistic, but you never know. We'll see. Pipeline, thanks for the follow, buddy. Welcome, welcome. Watched a quite interesting video. I say watched, I kind of listened to it really whilst I was working. It was Mr. Llama and Riker talking about Diablo 4. It's just quite interesting because obviously Mr. Llama's like super into D2, and really doesn't like this game at all. And Riker's obviously kind of built, like, I guess most of his career around it. So it's just quite funny listening to them talk about some of the issues about whether there should be open trading or not. You know, how the skills should work, how the items should work, and all that kind of stuff. So I think that was on Mr. Llama's channel, so I'd recommend go and check that out. That was quite an interesting listen for like an hour. But Mr. Llama basically wants D2 with a few improvements, I guess. And I guess probably Riker probably wants D3, but again with like probably more changes. But it was interesting to hear the two perspectives. Again, I don't know, how far are we from the next quarterly update? It's probably got to be on the horizon fairly soon. I suppose, is it once per season? Because a season's roughly a quarter, isn't it? 3 months. Cheers, Necroborg. Hooded Cloak. Worried about influencers. So who are you thinking about, and what kind of stuff do you mean? I think sometimes that is a risk. Maybe listening to a vocal minority over maybe what most people want in the game. I kind of want a balanced game. I don't think it's beyond the wit of Blizzard and man in general to make a game that suits casual and like super ultra mega hardcore players. You know, I think you can. There are ways to build in subtle complexity. You just kind of need to get that balance right of how much extra power do you gain by grinding loads or by knowing a ton about the game. You know, there's like a magic figure, isn't there? Like if you're 10 times more powerful, then that's, you know, you're going to put the casual players off because they'll never get to the end of the game if it's 10 times as long or whatever it is. But obviously if it's only 10% extra, then that's not enough of a reason for you to be super hardcore. You're not getting enough of advantage for your extra playtime. So I don't know what the figure is between those two things, but I think that's the kind of the balance you got to strike, because I think you have to be realistic that casual players pretty much underpin all game sales. As in, you can get people who whale out and will buy tons of, like, you know, in-game cosmetics and that kind of stuff, but in general it's going to be people who want to play it for like a couple of hours and then go and play something else for a couple of hours. They're the people who are going to make the bulk of the dosh. So, you know, you just need to be careful with that balance, I guess, is what I'm saying. But yeah, it's an interesting topic. So Hooded Cloak, you want something in between D3 and D2. It's kind of nice. Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? You know, like, there's lots about this game that's really good. Like the combat's super smooth. You know, I kind of like I can see the argument against, but I do kind of like the ability to respec. You know, you're not going to have to spend 40 hours building a character to play Frozen Orb, for example. And then, you know, if you want to play something else, it's another 40 hours to get to that point. So, you know, the flexibility is good, but again, the fact that there's like no permanency probably is a little bit of a negative. So, you know, maybe, you know, just like using that as an example, maybe there should be some sort of cost to respecking, because in this game it's completely free, isn't it? There's no, oh bugger, just salvage that convention of elements. Crud. Getting totally confused what I'm doing. Don't want full trading like Path of Exile. Never find any upgrades. Enjoy working hard to find my own dopamine drops, not just squirreling away small things. Yeah, I'm not massive into trading. I'll be honest. That's not something that I think that does bring a lot of negatives to the game. Like bossing is going to be much bigger, much more of an issue if you have open trade. And I think it to me it just feels like if you've got to spend time policing bossing, then that's resources that could be used on something else, like making content. And I get the argument that, well, they might just not spend the money on content, but bossing is just an annoying thing, isn't it? It's just super irritating because it's cheating and it's, I don't know, just irritating. Yeah, I mean, I spent money on the real auction house when the game started, and then you are a bit like, what am I doing? What on earth am I doing? But again, the game was quite hard when it first came out. Compared to now, obviously super hard. But yeah, it's that balance that you're trying to strike, isn't it? And that's kind of the difficult thing. I suppose somebody who wants to buy stuff will just be like, well, if I want to pay to skip it, I should pay to skip it. But yeah, I think there's something to be said about finding your own stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, again, like I'm a hugely loot-driven player. Like I tend to lose my interest once I can't really upgrade my character with items anymore. I've noticed that that's definitely a kind of a point I get to where I lose a bit of interest to play. But obviously not everybody's like that. Some people are different. Some people the loot chase isn't quite as important. But Mr. Lama I think's got some good points. He says his argument is basically, well, maybe some people just want to trade. That's what they want to do. Why are we taking it away, that option, for the person who wants to do that? As I say, I think it's got to be considering the overall game health, and like if there's no point to bossing, then it doesn't exist. And open trade, to me, I guess bossing would be worse in this game if there was like complete open trade system. And by all accounts, bossing's quite bad in PoE. But it's like the Paragon, isn't it? The Paragon's quite in theoretical terms, it's not that bad a system. It's like a never-ending progression. You can always make your character that little bit better. Obviously, the Paragon diminishes over time, as in like your extra 5 main stat becomes less and less valuable the further into it you go. But without that, if there was no such thing as Paragon, if it was capped every season at 1500, then bossing wouldn't be as much of a problem. There'd be less of an incentive to do it. Or if Paragon points didn't give main stat, they gave something else. I mean, I think realistically, you're never going to get rid of bossing. It's just, you've got to, if you take away the incentives for it, then it probably is less of a problem. But I don't know. Again, the amount of loot is probably, that's an interesting thing, isn't it? Because you've got to balance the amount of drops that you get. The one-armed ninja trade hack killed D2 for me. Yeah, I think that's it. I think trading, like in theory, again, in a world where everyone behaves themselves, I think trading's like is a great idea. You're absolutely 100% behind it. People can just trade whatever they want. I probably approach it from the point of view to there's like it invites some negative stuff into the game. Melt this guy, Ave. Yeah, I think Riker's view. I don't know if you watched the same video as me, Hooded Cloak, but Riker's view is, well, maybe we could do both. Maybe we could have some things that are tradable, but once you like, let's say you augmented something, and obviously augmenting this game is just more main stat, but maybe you can mix it with something and you can turn it into something else, or add affixes or adapt it. And I think he was basically saying is once you've done anything to it, then maybe that does become bound to your account, and maybe there is a class of item in this game that you have to find yourself. You can't trade. Again, I think that's important. Like, primals shouldn't be craftable. I used to think they should. That probably was my viewpoint a couple of years ago, but now actually I think it is good for the game having something that you can only find yourself. So I think, again, trade will take, if you have completely open trade of everything, then there's a degree to which that goes. I think having something that you can only find is probably good for the players, good for the game. Again, you just need to balance the rarity of it properly. If you can only find it yourself, like primals. I don't know how many I've found this season. Been a fair few, but I probably haven't really had many that have been usable. So in terms of godly items, I think maybe they should drop a little bit more, or you should be able to do a bit more with them or something, because it doesn't feel quite as rewarding for me. You can't stand Riker. Spoil it for it. That's weird. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Enchanting binds it. Maybe some items tradable once. Yeah, again, that's it, isn't it? You if you do the trade once, I think that kind of, again, it stops people just basically turning it in. I mean, what you basically don't want is people to turn it into essentially a stock market, like its own in-game economy. It's a bit nuts. I personally can't quite understand why you'd want to go into a game and just basically play the economy, but obviously some people I guess do. So yeah, I think where they got to in the video, it was, as I say, it was an interesting watch, but they were on about, Riker was sort of saying, well, the issue you've got is maybe fragmenting the player base, because if you have seasonal, non-seasonal, trade, no trade, core, hardcore, PvP, non-PvP, you can end up kind of like fragmenting things a bit too much. But as Llama said, well, PoE, you can do Trade League and SSF, so you could maybe have a game mode that didn't involve any trading. I don't know. Again, you could maybe limit the number of trades that people do per month or something like that. Again, maybe that's too restrictive. I think Llama's best idea that I liked the most was you had open trade, but instead of it being like a kind of marketplace where you listed stuff, you'd have to trade with wherever you were. So as in, like, if you wanted to trade, you'd have to go to a certain area. I mean, I suppose maybe you'd just end up with players congregating in one area to kind of trade. But I don't know, maybe that's another way. Nice. So did Clayton, you nearly busted your season journey out. I've still got to do that on 3 accounts. Again, I should probably just do that with a load of bounties. Bust a load of them are bounty related, aren't they? Kill this person on that difficulty, all that kind of stuff. God DH, yeah, God DH is super powerful. Definitely one of the bright spots of this season. Did a really good job with that. Yeah, I think that's what puts me off PoE. I think I don't mind the game itself maybe being more complex than this, because obviously I enjoy this game a lot, but I can understand a lot of the criticism that comes with it. Like just getting totally lost and overwhelmed with like loot and filters and yeah, trading stuff and not knowing what anything is. don't know. I need to go play some PoE basically. I've only played 20 minutes, so just absolutely super not qualified to talk about it, I guess. Yeah, I think you want people playing the game is the upshot, isn't it? I guess, you know, you want a healthy game, healthy player base where people are doing the stuff, you know. I mean, another thing, you could have trade windows maybe, so you can trade like 1 week out of every 4, or I don't know. There's plenty of things that could be tried. I think they were saying they were definitely gonna have like a kind of like a clan stash, weren't they? So that if you found something, anybody in your clan, you could pass it on to them. I think it was something like that. PoE's awesome, just extremely bloated. Yeah, I do need to check it out. We'll maybe do Last Epoch on Monday, and we'll give that a go for a few hours and see how that is. If we don't take to that, maybe we'll fire up PoE. I'd say plenty to do. Be careful, I don't stand in one of these explosions trying to read all these chat messages. Too much to do to get an upgrade. Yeah, that's I think that's an important point in ARPG, isn't it? As in, again, there's a number, isn't it? If you go too long without finding an upgrade, again, you know, it's back onto that dopamine loop, isn't it? You know, it's why the early part of the season is most fun, because you still got lots of stuff that you can find. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Beam a dream. Ooh, it's a sword. That could be a death wish. Is it? I think it might be. So it might be the rhyme heart. I'm gonna be super pissed if I found a primal death wish on the hardcore. Primal GG. Yeah, I think that's it. Maybe you just do it like that, where you can trade, but then to make the best items in the game, you have to do some form of crafting. And then once you've crafted it, it then becomes untradeable. And that way, you could trade for all the pieces that you need to craft something, but once you craft your said super duper item, then maybe you can't use it anymore. Rhyme heart. Damn. Damn. I suppose in theory you could use that. Because it's got the coal, isn't it? There we go. Primal number 2. Easy. But yeah. Yeah, so maybe that's it. Maybe you can have trading, but it's just restricted to kind of like the lesser tier of stuff, and that way you're still encouraging people to play and to do the stuff. I don't know. I've never really played a game with trading, so again, maybe my viewpoint on it's a little squiffy, a little skewed. I think that's a good point, Hooded Cloak. You know, you're definitely right with that. You're not going to make everybody happy, and I think there are people who, like, you know, Llama's quality is really eloquent. He's got some really good points. I think a lot of the stuff he says about D2 is obviously spot on, and you know, progression mechanics and ARPG design. I think he's a really clever guy, and he's got some really good content, and I've quite enjoyed watching his videos based on Diablo. For probably won't watch his D2 stuff because I don't know, maybe I will one day. But he obviously kind of, you know, he kind of wants a set thing, doesn't he? Like a definite, you know, very super similar to D2 game. Don't know. It's difficult, but you know, unless it comes out like that, he's probably not going to like it. And then I suppose there'll be people who, you know, kind of maybe mine is more casual perspective. You know, I mean, I'll play the crap out of D4, whatever. It's, you know, the IP I like, and provided the story's good, and, you know, if we can get some quality Blizzard cinematics and maybe some good character development and things like that. But if it is super complicated, then I don't know. I think that there will be some people who've liked it and won't. And again, one of the things they were sort of saying is, you know, it's going to be designed for console. It's just kind of the way that it is. Again, I don't necessarily think that's an overly bad thing. I don't see what you can just make a really good, like, you know, I'm sure the community, if they were in charge and if Blizzard made more changes to this game, it would be in a well better state. And I don't think the fact that you can do it on the Switch or Xbox would have made much difference to it. You know, the biggest complaints I think with the game are probably itemization, you know, build diversity, the fact that multipliers all go into one skill. You know, maybe the crafting system isn't terribly up to scratch. There's a little bit of a lack of endgame content. Like, I don't think any of that's got anything to do with whether it's on console or not. You know, if you let's say you picked 3 really nice league mechanics from PoE, and because PoE's on console, and stuck them in this game, you know, buffed up the crafting system, respec'd it so that it wasn't just all about multipliers, then I think you can. I didn't personally see console being a problem for this game. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely download that after I've done the stream. I'm gonna go on Steam and buy that. Else recommended it. PoE Last Epoch. But yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? You know, I think you want to take the good things about this game and you want to take the good things about PoE, and if you could blend them, then somebody could have an absolute hell of a game on their hands. You know, it's kind of what I hoped Wilson would be, but it just kind of didn't, and that game might well turn out to be that. But you know, you need somebody to nail a really good game, you know, that's got enough progression so that, you know, even I don't know, like, to get to the end of the game, what's a realistic end game, you know, to start to dip your toes in. You know, you probably, after about 40 hours, you need to be approaching end game, but then you need end game to have like up to probably about 200 hours to get to like the ultimate end. But then some people would say, no, I want 1,000 hours. You know, as I say, I think that kind of like 1,000-hour figure just puts too many people off, because some people in the game for like 3 hours a week. So, you know, if you're building a game structure around like that, it's just too long. All sales from consoles. Yeah, I think that's true. I think console, games sold well on console, and that's fine. You just need to embrace it and take the advantages, as you say, out of it. You know, use the money to develop more content. Absolutely no problemo. Nice. Yes, I'm thinking about trying some other ARPGs. So I don't know if anyone's got any thoughts on that. If people are only interested in D3 or if they're keen to look at some other stuff. I mean, my content's always going to be heavily Diablo focused, but it's kind of like, you know, this point in the season where there isn't much going on, I don't know whether to, you know, start dipping into some other stuff just to try it, so that I can kind of broaden my perspective and my horizons a little bit. Don't really know. Dex and Holy, no thanks. No thank you. But it like, at the moment I'd envisage it only, like, let's say I stream 4 or 5 times a week, it'd probably only be one stream would be non-Diablo 3 or non-Diablo. That's kind of what I got it in my head. I look like a cartoon character. Oh, there we go, we've got the NEMs. So white balance. Oops. Right. What are we going to do with these NEMs? Could take off blood braces and see how that goes. So would we still want that? I guess so. Could just do that. So does it look all foobar? Does it? Aspendios jumping into Grim Dawn. I've had most of the comments actually on my community post are saying check out Grim Dawn. It's pretty good. Yeah, the RNG. I don't know. It can be frustrating sometimes. If you're waiting on something, it can take a while. Right, let's go gloves because we want to get these Tasker and Theo's Taskers. Nice pair of Taskers. Yeah, I've seen like the other streamers just like a whoosh, and they fill the whole thing in like 0.5 seconds. I presume that's like some kind of auto clicker or something they've got. Armor set. Else likes Grim Dawnby says the armor sets are too rare. Right, let's just drop this down to 70. Actually, let's do. We'll try 73 and see how the NEMs hold up. This should speed us up a little bit. And I'll have to go save this as like an armory selection with NEMs. But I guess as long as the Carini stays up, we'll be absolutely fine. Turbo macro button. Okay, right. Yeah, Ivy was recommending a mouse with macros in. Nice. Yeah, I probably should do that. Save the old carpal tunnel syndrome. But yeah, I do like what's the one in oh, it's released in Russia, Lost Ark. That's supposed to be quite good, isn't it? I do think there's a market for a somewhere in between this and Path of Exile, definitely. But I should make that a mission to complete Path of Exile, play through it at least once. Just comes up in conversation so much when talking about this game. Yeah, I presume I'm based in EU, so I presume I'd be able to play it if it's released in Russia. I don't know. It's a bit bizarre because it's been around for a couple of years now, hasn't it? Lost Ark. So it's a bit bonkers that it hasn't been released. VPN. Okay, so it's just in Russia. VPN. Yeah. I don't know. I wonder how you navigate the menus and stuff if everything's in Russian. That's weird. Weird. Yes, I'm from England. Northwest of England. Oh, we don't need no Carini. We've got a shield pylon. Nice. That should hopefully speed us up a little bit. I suppose, yeah. I keep forgetting we've left. Sad times. Brexit. Yeah. Yeah. Apologies for leaving. Yeah. I know. I still can't. It's weird. I still kind of, I don't know, still hasn't really sunk in. Oh, here we go. Nice. We'll take them. We'll take them. Caught you red-handed. Yeah. I know. I still think of myself as European. I don't know. It's one of those, isn't it? It's like, I'm not a particularly political person by any stretch of the imagination, but it's one of those, isn't it, where what do you do if your country votes to leave something that you still want to be a part of? You know, it's like, we obviously are based in the continent of Europe. It's just we've left the union. So as I say, it's just a little bit sad. Right, that'll do. Yeah. So let's save this with NEMS on. GR. So let's just save it as speed. I guess at some point we do want to maybe work on sources, get a Winter Flurry, get rid of these channeling items. Trump. Yeah, he's a master at he's just a master at media, isn't he? Do you think he'll win again? It's like, we've got Boris Johnson, and it's just funny. It's like, you know, both of them are like cartoon characters. It's quite funny. Hey Bri, how you doing? Big business abusers. Yeah, I personally voted to stay, but I don't know. It's one of those. I think you just have to accept it, don't you? As in, I'm not one of these people who've gone on social media whinging and saying, you know, basically everyone who's voted leaves a divvy or anything like that. But I don't know. I studied, well, we covered it in like legal studies and business studies quite a lot, and like the idea behind it obviously makes sense, because the whole point of the union was to compete with America, wasn't it, to set up like a kind of European state system. You know, maybe it didn't quite pan out like that, but I guess that was the theory. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to pay a bit of attention now. Can't have this bonus drop off. Carelessly reading chat. Right, 40 seconds, we'll chill out here. People saying it isn't good. What I'm saying is decent. Yeah, I like it, Frosty. I think it gets a bad rep just because it's not the best thing. I don't know, you could do over 100 with it, I think. It does need some love to get top tier. But you know, it's fairly decent. I mean, considering this is 75 and we've got like none of the main gems, everything's non-ancient. You know, there's certainly worse things in the world. Nice. Okay. Trump will win. I suppose that's it, isn't it? It's sometimes with these things, it's not always whether you like that particular candidate or person. It's the, you know, who are they against type thing. You got to pick somebody. You can't just say I don't want that person. You have to pick someone else. Yeah, I suppose everyone's got their own kind of. It's kind of the point of a democracy, isn't it? Everyone's got their own experiences, isn't it? Some people's experiences, you know, at higher business levels about the EU are obviously different to, you know, like mine, for instance. But as I say, you have to roll with it. It's what you get signed up for. You can't, you know, if you want to take part in it, you have to kind of go with the you know, the majority, don't you? So But I do keep forgetting that we're not in the EU anymore. It's gonna be weird when I next go on holiday. Let's try and not stand in a load of elemental stuff again. But yeah, this Hydra set's, I don't know, it's decent. I think I would buff it. I think it would be cool if it was the best that the wizard had. So I don't know what that would equate to. Maybe double or triple damage as it is. If they could find a way of detaching it from channeling as well, that would be kind of nice. Because it is a bit, it is very kind of like playing Meteor. Because you just, you know, pop them down, hold down your channeling button. Hey, here we go. Shield pylon, we'll take that. But yeah, I don't know. Last Ark. Hopefully it comes like global release everywhere. That would be cool. If it's good. I assume it is. But yeah, I don't know. Setting up a VPN for it and sorting that out. I'm not sure I'd go that far, but maybe. Right, I guess we'll keep risking this. Okay, I guess it's just the Carini dropping off, which is why the cheat death goes off every so often. If I'm not paying attention, stood in something I shouldn't be, and it drops. It'd be nice if you had a little icon at the bottom for the channeling, so that you knew when you had your Etch Sigil and Deathwish bonus active. That would be kind of nice. So I think Hooded Cloak, you've got some similar views to me. I think I do love this game, as I keep saying. But yeah, it's the fact that everything is kind of dumped down one path, isn't it? That's, you know, skill. There should be a genuine choice between runes. You know, it should be a close call. Whereas 9 times out of 10, it's, well, there's a definite best rune, isn't there? You know, like Land of the Dead for the Necromancer is always the go-to that I have. 9 times out of 10, it's Frozen Lands because you want the freeze. And then occasionally you'll go for the one that extends the duration. And I can't even remember. One of them's like gives you, is it like essence? You cast skills but with like no essence or something. It's just naff. You know, there's. So you really should redesign the runes so that you've got it. You know, each skill you should have a kind of like a situation or a reason to use them. I think that's it, isn't it? It's like the game's set up in like a really flexible way with the respecking, but then it's almost like they haven't capitalized on that advantage because the runes are just, some of them are just so poor. Like loads of them still give like a fixed amount of life per second or life per hit. You're like, well, they should all be percentage based. You know, it shouldn't be like a set amount of life per hit, because whilst when the game initially came out and ROS came out or whatever, that was a decent amount. It's not anymore. You know, so that's what I mean. Like the kind of the in between, isn't it? Like this kind of game with a bit of the flexibility, but more choice. You know, the flexibility is nice. It's super nice for casual players, but I guess maybe that's where you lose the non-casual players, because there's just it just gets samey, because it's, you know, everybody playing Hydra is going to have like 95% the same stuff. You know, you might get a few variations here and there, but I guess if you're wanting to do lots of thinking about games and stuff, that, you know, that's where your interesting affixes and items come in. It's where you want to basically be able to kind of mix and match, design something a little bit different. So you're like, oh, okay, well, I like doing this, so this item does that, and then the Hydras interact with it this way, and that means I choose this rune rather than the other rune. Hey, Odd Socks, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I don't think, as I said, I think the issue is just they're just unbalanced, aren't they? You know, it's like if you're gonna give a rune. I mean, again, like there's one of the things with grouping, isn't it? Isn't like if you change something with insane damage reduction, then I don't know, maybe it impacts grouping, but you need, you know, realistically, the rune system should probably have something cool for damage, something cool for toughness, something cool for, you know, sustain as like a base kind of 3 template, maybe something for resource, and then something else for something else. But yeah, I think this game would be a lot healthier if every rune was usable for every skill. If every skill was usable first and foremost, because there's some skills that you'll just never use, which feels kind of bad. And then if you had every rune on every skill usable, you know, and then you're looking to increase the amount of items that are usable, and then, you know, you get some more depth back then, don't you? I guess. I'm not sure, to be honest. I can't remember. Like, I played a lot of vanilla, went away for quite a while, came back and did Reaper of Souls and played through the expansion, but then pretty much once I'd completed the story, went away again for a little bit. It was only really picking a game up on Xbox that brought me back quite a lot. Right, what we got? Arcane. Nailbiter, nope. Should we stick this Reaver in there? We might want to cube it. And I guess we'll hang on to that. Not really sure how much vitality to do, to be honest. 1.1 million. Yeah, the Necro expansion was decent, as in, like, it obviously added a class that I quite like, but in terms of like what else came with it, you know, you were hoping for more, weren't you, realistically? Gloves, taskers. Not doing any Archon. Nope, absolutely not. Is it in the bin? Oddly liberating playing hardcore characters, because I know I'm not going to keep any of this stuff, so how are we doing for keys? Last one. So let's bang this last key and then we'll go get some more, I guess. Should be able to use the NEMs for the key farm, because we really won't need the blood braces for that, or the old gold rat boon of the hoarder combo. Nice, cool, good chatting to you, buddy. Take it easy. Hey Pat, how you doing? We're just casually sauntering around some GR95s and procking the cheat death every now and then. So is that named after Riker, I presume, that particular soul shifter? Presume so. Nice little Easter egg. Come on. Pop, pop, pop. There we go. Crusader looks strange. Have I put that? Ah, right. So I did start the stream at the start and it kind of just didn't get going. So I had to click restart. So has it left the has it left the Crusader title on, or is it? Wonder if I can change that. No, this is Hardcore Wizard. Oops. Oopsies. See if I can change that at the end of this rift. I'm not having much luck. Last stream the microphone didn't work. Don't know what's happened. Don't know why that didn't change it again. I wonder if I can change that. I'll have to have a look, see. I should be able to. Learning on the job learning. Beautiful looking Crusader. Didn't get Necroborg's comment. I get it now. Yes, another filthy casual technical failing. Yeah, we've already had one primal per stream, so you know that's fine. We're already up. We found another one. It's a Brucey bonus. Oh dear. I'll have to fix that. Yeah, I guess once we're done with this and we've got some keys, we could probably go and look for the gem plans. I guess that's probably the smart move, isn't it? Go do a bunch of Act 1 bounties, go look for a rogue, hopefully pick up the plans to max out the gems, and then maybe use the rogue to get some more. I guess that's probably the correct thing to do, isn't it? And once we've done that, we can I don't know, push up a little bit, see if we can maybe reach 80. And work on the gems. So we've got Taeguk to do, haven't we? Still, that'll help us out a bunch with some armor and DPS. Gladly take Condi. I haven't had many Condis yet so far. Condi for the win. Pop that there. Salvage the conventional elements. Busy chatting away. I had a socket as well. Nice COA. Never mind. We'll find another one eventually. Right. Let's see if I can do. How do I do this? Is it on here? No, I can't work out how to change that. Never mind. We'll just keep going. Just have to leave it with the incorrect title because I don't know how to change it. Oh dear. Oh, we haven't done the gems either. It's gone horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. Never mind. Taeguk, 25. Let's go. Rubbish, 5 minutes. Super slow. See, anything interesting? Oculus? No. Got a spare Oculus just in case we die. I'm not sure. We'll stick it in just in case. Right. Gas vitality still, I guess. And gloves for taskers. Yeah, tougher. We could roll off the attack speed on these, boost up the old toughness a little bit, but I think we're okay for the moment. Right, keys. Equip. Stick these shoes back on. And dump all this gear. No. Right, we've got no keys. Ooh, NEMs, don't we? We want NEMs. Let's find out where on earth they've gone in here. Should be somewhere. There we go. We need to roll them as well, don't we? Fire. I guess we want that off, don't we? Because we're not doing fire. Ooh, cold. 18%. We'll do that. Save. Just wondering, do we need... Maybe make this a little better, but we'll leave it. It's fine. Fit for purpose, I guess. Crusader stream, absolute divwit. But yeah, I think get a little bit of more Hydra damage, and we won't even need to take the channeling items. Definitely can dump them pretty soon. Maybe we could do sources, looking for the Winter Flurry. I think that would give us more cold as well, wouldn't it? Because I think that naturally rolls with cold damage. Could do with Crimsons though, couldn't we? Because it's quite resource thirsty to be whizzing about with the Aether Walker. Do what else could we do in the cube? You could do furnace. Just put the elites down super fast. It's always another option. Just trying to think. Is there anything else that we could do? Ingiome, I suppose. But we're not really gearing for cooldown, so it's, is it 10 seconds off and it's on an 11-second cooldown? Could work. I guess the Aether Walk would be super handy for the bounties, wouldn't it? We can't do them until we can't use Crimsons until we've done them. So yeah, maybe Maybe the bounties is the best way. We only have to do a few. It's painful though, isn't it? Painful to do them. But it's got to be done. Maybe it's like a band-aid, you just rip it off and go and do them straight away, and then don't have to think about them, don't have to worry about them. I guess most of the Act 1 bosses aren't particularly difficult, so they shouldn't pose too much of a problem. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Make use of the double bounties. Zuby, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, I've had a nightmare when starting streaming. I've put the title down as Crusader. This clearly is a wizard. Ah, dear me. Serves me right for doing all this kind of swapping around classes. I should just stick to one class when streaming. So much easier then. But yeah, hardcore SSF wizard. We're not even advertising the fact. Pop one over there. I really want them on top of each other. But yeah, we're about to go make use of the double bounties, I think. Because we need to get a rogue. Don't know, we might have to do a few runs at it. What are the odds? You do 100 keys, 100 GRs, and then bounties. Yeah. I think it's good to break it up kind of like that, isn't it? You do them just in like one go. Particularly on hardcore, because you know at some point we're going to get to the point where if we jump into a rift with the T16 gear on, that's going to be quite problematic. But yeah, we'll go do some bounties. We'll see if we get lucky. It's only one set. Then we get the rogue and the plans we need, and if we're super unlucky, then it's I don't know what, 3 or 4 goes. I mean, you can do a bunch without getting a rogue, but we'll just have to see what RNG's has got for us today. See what's on the menu, what's on the agenda. Up in here, I guess. Oh no, disappeared. Too slow. Yeah, Hydras are fun, like for kind of the T16ish level. They're obviously absolutely fine, aren't they? No problemo. There we go. There's the taskers as well. Happy days. Moving along, another Aether Walker. Yeah, it was going to be SSF, so totally on my own, but we've only got to do one act because I'm not really interested in reforging anything on this. So we need the rogue. Ice climbers there may be useful. We need the rogue and we need the plans for the gems. If it wasn't for the fact that it was a particularly nice increase, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't be that bothered about getting the crimsons or the rogue. I think we'd just bass on with it, doing the full 6 pieces, but it's probably worthwhile, isn't it? I guess we don't want NEMs if we're going to go do some bounties. So what is it? Blood braces. One of these. Cold. The ones. And I guess, do we want... no brushes binding. Stick that on for bounties. I guess stick... wormhole on. Yeah, we'll just do that. This'll do. We're only doing one set. Bounties for gem plans. Yeah, that's the main reason, I think. So who we got to kill? The butcher. Prefer if it was the skeleton king. I don't know. We should be fine, shouldn't we? We could. I'll tell you what. We can take out the. We just put on the. This one, can't we? Go back to the full push spec. He says lightheartedly. Let's do that. Let's just stick this on. And we'll try. I guess we'll do wormhole and we'll swap to safe passage before we go fighting, I think. Let's just check. Is this all of our stuff? I think so. It's in the cube. Yeah. Cool. I guess we'll go try and fight this guy. And hopefully it won't be the end of the character. Guess it shouldn't be. I don't know. How tough's the butcher compared to a GR75 Rift Guardian? It's all the fire, isn't it? You got tons of fire on the ground. Ooh, could be exciting. This could be it. This could be the death of the character. I've lost my last two hardcore characters doing bounties. Trying to think, is there any other defensive abilities we could take? Safe passage on the teleport. Ooh, I feel quite nervous about this. we could be re-leveling a wizard for the second half of this. Ooh, there we go, pair of pants. Right, so safe passage. Is there any other skills we can take instead of this? You got this. I'm scared, chat. Right, just trying to think, is there anything else we could take defensively? We can take diamond skin. Crystals, should we do that? Let's hope this doesn't end super quick. Go on, kill him, 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 kill him. It's just the Carini, isn't it? That's what worries me. I've died too many times in bounties on hardcore. There we go, see it's dropped off then. Back on now. There we go. Unclench. Nice. Okay, so let's swap that stuff back. What do we have? Familiar, spark flint, and wormhole. There we go. I was fretting over nothing. Easy peasy. Yeah. Why am I back here? Didn't want to be here. I wanted to be there. Right. Yeah. If we get lucky, then it's just the one set. That doesn't feel too bad. Ooh, yeah. My last hardcore death was Siegebreaker. It was I've been definitely scarred by that. Wake up having nightmares. Thinking, where's all my stuff gone? I've lost it all. Right, it's in here. Level 2, is it? Unclench. Oh, my heart was pounding. Like, as I say, I don't know. It should have been fine. The GR75 Rift Guardians haven't been too bad. It's just 80% damage reduction on this. It's a weird little mechanic, isn't it? Like it kind of sometimes goes off, sometimes doesn't. Oh, I thought this was the level 2 one. It's not, is it? We need to kill everything. Have to do a bit of backtracking. Need 6 enemies. That's 3. Any down here? No. There's 1, 2. Do we leave 1 at the start? As is customary. Maybe it's up here in the corner. Yeah, there we go. I suppose it does make sense to move on and do Act 2 if we don't. We need the Rogue, don't we? Rogue's quite important. Yeah, Malthael on hardcore's always a bit of a sweat. Same with Diablo actually as well. But again, a lot of that's kind of necro based because the animation interrupts are really bad for Land of the Dead. It's not so bad now because obviously you've got the new Masquerade Burning Carnival set, which is quite tanky, does a lot of damage. But it used to be most of the builds involved Land of the Dead in some form, so again, bad memories I guess of playing a lot of necro on hardcore. Uh, 100 enemies and then this person. There we go. Pop. Nice. 2 done. Super quick. Easy. Let's grab the free XP. So kill 75 enemies and kill Belly Bloat. Belly Bloat. It sounds like they named a character after me. Veer's wizard struggles against Malthael as well. Yeah, the interrupts again. It's I guess it's what I don't like bounties too much. Isn't like it just feels like there's not the density. There's the animation interrupts on bosses. It does just feel like a bit of a kind of clunkier way to play. But yeah, the butcher. Haha, yeah, it was. Yeah, Belly Bloat the scared. Right, yeah, I was super worried about that, as you could probably tell, but we did it. We did it. We probably didn't need the prison, but it's just one of those, isn't it? It's like it's a situation you can't back out of. It's kind of, it ups the ante, doesn't it? Because there's no kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna run away here. Once you're in that room, that's it. Doing Ubers are a risky and unpleasant thing. Here he is, Bloat Belly. Yeah, the butcher again. That's like scarring from Diablo 1, isn't it? Like absolutely terrifying the first few times you face the butcher on Diablo 1. Usually ends in death as well. Yeah. Double bounties. Hopefully gonna come in clutch. Let's pop the old magic weapon again. Yeah, I remember. So this is the guy who turns into the massive thing at the end. Spoiler alert. Yeah. How do we get down? To the other way. Other way. Can never remember. You can tell how many bounties I do. Come on, hurry it up. I think there's lots of this, isn't there, where you just gotta wait for him to finish his little speech. Is that it? We done? Come on, buddy. Let's go. There we go. Garbad the Strong. Nice. Okay, right. Fingers crossed. Rogue and some gem plans. And if we get super lucky, we'll get the Crimsons as well. Right. Let's get rid of all this yellow crap. There we go. 2 bounty caches. And we might want those Typhon pants, but we definitely don't want the rest of it. Can't remember if that's a death wish or not. Don't think it is, but... Right, what have we got? Don't see any ring. Oh, bummer. I have to do another set. 4 guilds. What did we get? Oh, there we go. Rogue. Yes, bingo. So what did we do? We've got 2 gem plans, so we still need more. So what's that? Emerald. Emerald and ruby. That's no good. What do we need? Topaz. Sage's Plight. Orgil's Victory. Well, at least if we do it again, we know we can kill the butcher. And we can also take the taskers now, can't we? So I guess we just want to get that in the cube. Extract, fill. And we did pick up a set of taskers. Definitely got them. Attack speed, crit, int, and area damage. So we could. We got a flavour of time. Oh, where have we just put those? Just pop them down randomly. So if we do Rogue in the cube, and then this is a bit of a damage drop, but hopefully the cold will offset it. Just take a quick restab, see if we can get a socket in it. We could end up getting something like crit, I guess. There we go. That's not too bad. I guess that's probably more damage overall anyway. So I guess we'll just leave that there. Leave them there because we might want them. I guess we just leave and do that again. We'll do one more set of Act 1 bounties because we might want a rogue on the character maybe. Yeah, we'll do that. And hopefully speaking, we'll get the gem plans this time. And we shall never have to do any more. Don't know why I'm heading over to the obelisk. Don't need that. Butcher again. Watch, we'll end up dying this time. And saying that, we've got the taskers give us like a 50% damage mod, don't they? So these hydras should be shrekking now. So hopefully we'll be able to put him down that little bit quicker. But yeah, it's you do get this like extra layer of excitement playing hardcore. I mean, death obviously is inevitable at some point. But it's, you know, you don't get quite that excitement doing something that you're a little unsure of or a little nervous about. It does put you on the edge, which is kind of nice. Nice for a bit of a change of pace. Definitely something you can do to cock up and get wrong. Heartlow, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, legendary. And you get so few legendaries out here in adventure mode. There's an argument, I think, really, that it should be the other way around. You should get more items here than when you do T16s. You give people, you know, Jesus Christ. You can really see when that Karini drops off, can't you? It's like getting one shot by those little things. Never mind, gives us a chance to swap the skills. Oh, that spiked my heart rate again. Right, what was it? Diamond skin, crystal skin, and safe passage on here. And I guess we'll wait for the cheat death to come off. Fame Joker, not too bad. We're just looking for the gem plans so we can upgrade some gems and improve the character. We've got Rogue, Crimson's plans would be handy. So we're just going to do like a couple of sets of Act 1 bounties, and hopefully speaking we'll pop out the rest of the gems. But I just spent a bit of time crapping myself as to whether we could beat the Butcher on the last set of runs, which we did, but then we've just been one shot by a random enemy, so I don't know. Just yeah. Right, so let's get these Hydras down. And then so provided the Karini bonus doesn't drop off, we should be able to just face tank it. But it is a bit random though, it just drops sometimes. There we go. So yes, I'm hoping the double bounties will come to our aid, and we'll only have to do this one more set. Maybe that'll be enough for all the plans that we need. I just dislike doing bounties, so as I've said a few times, my last few hardcore deaths have been doing stuff like this, like just not having a build on point for bounties, and yeah, not sensible. But I don't know. I'll do a lot more hardcore next season, I think. Now that I've got a bit more used to the streaming, try and mix it up. Do some metas and do some hardcore. I guess maybe we'll go for like top 200 on like 3 or 4 classes for hardcore next season. Oh, that's never good. Lag. It is fun. I suppose, I don't know, like standing around waiting for your cheat death to go off that never feels great, but Bri, you struggle on the Bandamite. If you just need to keep plugging away with your level 1 character, buddy. It will pop out eventually. There's only two in the pool, isn't there? The Leoric Signet and the Bandamite. It will come eventually. But yeah, it can be frustrating, can't it? I mean, it's like, what, 1 in 10 chance of getting a legendary ring, and then it's 50-50, so it's like 5% every time you roll, 50 blood shards each. You know, it can take a bit of time for it to pop out. You know, it's easy to spend like 2,000-3,000 blood shards and miss it, but trust me, it will come eventually. And we need to swap this back to Sparkflint because we forgot. And then we'll stick Wormhole on. And then let's go. Is this the exact same set of bounties? Yeah, what's it? Hey Napalms, how you doing? Yeah, has anyone got any season theme ideas? What would you like to see for the season theme? That's I think there's 3 things that we've kind of come across before. Where like a season of legendary gems, that seems quite a good one. And maybe rework 4 or 5 of the gems that don't really do very much. Give them like super baller powers, like maybe you know, treble your primal drop rate, or give you 100% move speed, or maybe more damage, something kind of cool. Maybe also make it so that you can put more gems into your gear, so that you can put sockets on your rings, just get that extra stat. You know, maybe juice up the red soul stone or something like that. I don't know. Something wacky. Quite like that idea. That could be quite good to see whether Miss Lips, thanks for the follow. That could be quite good because you could then work out whether you want to integrate any of those changes into the main game. Yeah, I think if you could maybe do as part of the gem season, if you're saying it's all based around like gems, then yeah, you could have a season where the gift could add a socket to anything that can have a socket. So you could use 3 of them on a chest piece, get an extra stat. Use 1 on a, you know, necklace, amulet, the rings, all that kind of jazz. Your helm. I think that could be kind of cool as part of it. No doors anywhere. Yeah, particularly as a necro. Jesus, the necro's arch nemesis, doors. Awful. What was the other one? So I can't remember who it was in chat. So if they are here, do shout up. But somebody said a season, I think it was like Ogils or Crimsons, where you only needed 1 of the items to get the bonus. So I thought maybe that could be quite cool if you had a season of green. Have I gone the wrong way? I don't know. Nattering can go in the wrong way. But yeah, season of green, where you could maybe use like any green item. You just needed 1 to get the bonus. It's like 1 ring for focus and restraint, 1 for the compass rose. I mean, you might end up with some stupidly powerful builds, but I don't know. Maybe you don't do all of them, but something like that maybe. Season of green. And then the most popular one, I think, normally what crops up is a season of Paragon Cap. So like limit it to like 2k or something. But I don't know. We might still be. Oh, grab this XP pool because you know we're going to use it on hardcore, aren't we? Yeah, season of Paragon Cap. I don't know. I think you'd have to do something else other than just that. I prefer gameplay altering things, but it's certainly a popular thought. There's a lot of people who would like to try it, I think. Whoa! Yeah, got sucked into an explosion there. Legendary. Wonder what this is. Scoundrel token. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Ooh, another pool of reflection now. And take your advantages where you get them. No doors. Yeah. That could be. Yeah. See, a season of only festering woods on GRs. Yikes! That would be so much fun. But presumably after about 2 weeks, you'd be bored shitless looking at the same tile set. Festering woods and battlefield only. That could be quite fun. Right, just 1 more of these things, and then that's another one done. I can't remember if we've done all 5 bounties, but we'll find out once we pop this. Maybe we haven't. Maybe this is number 4? 3, 4? Come on. Where's the other monument? Gotta be around here somewhere. Ah, yes. Here we are. SSF bounties. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I don't know, do people group much in hardcore? I presume it's a lot riskier. If you jump in with the wrong person, it could well not end well. Nice. So one more to do, is it? Oh no, bingo, we've done it. Right. Did we get a broken crown? Have we got one we can put on the character? Go get some gems. Nice. Double bounties, please. Thanks, Tyrael. Cheers, buddy. Most useful. C card, thanks for the follow. Let's pop these. We want to see gem plans. Crimsons. Did we not do our guild's authority? This is the problem because we haven't done any bounties at all. We've got these crap plans. Royal Diamond. Flawless Royal Diamond. Royal Diamond. Oh god, this is going to take forever, isn't it? So, what have we got? Amethyst? No. Flawless Royal Diamond. It's got diamonds. Emerald up to there. Ruby up to there. Topaz. So we still need to go again. Bummer, man. Demon skin. 2 primals for Silver Surfer. GG's, buddy. 2 amulets, towels, and the arcane amulet. Luck is definitely on your side. Nice. If you fancy passing any of that luck over, buddy, we'll gladly take it. I guess we'll keep a rogue spare. Keep one spare just in case. And then yeah, the rest of it's for the bin, isn't it? Rest of it is for the Beno El Garbaggio. Keep pressing on with the vitality until we stop like getting one shot. What are we doing? We've got the taskers now. Let's have a look. See, orb. Let's go for an orb. What's that under? Weapon. Orb. So I have a better etch sigil or one of these. Cold 20%. That's quite nice. Yeah, cool. I guess we'll keep going because we want an ancient etch sigil, don't we? Quite a nice damage increase, but we'll lash that in there, and then the rest of them are for the bin. Right. Just wondering, is it worthwhile not doing the plans and hoping that we pick them up off some goblins? Right. Have we got gems? How many gems have we got? So we get 220. So I don't know, we can maybe get by with those. What we're losing 300 in main stat by only using those ones. And that's probably okay, isn't it? We've got 3 keys. So broken crown. Where are the old Hydra gloves? So if we stick them on, and then if we go like that, stick that on, and then oh crud! I guess we need. What do we need? We need the Boon of the Hoarder. We'll just make a little. I'll tell you what. Let's just go to the T16 one. Keys. Where is it? Keys. This one. Just take that off. Equip, stick that on, and Flavor of Time it. Rogue in a cube. I'm going to save this as gems, I guess. Let's just go check that we can do T16 with this, and then wrong place. And I guess we'll do some key farming with this because we do need some gems. Let's just check we can do it, and then yeah. So we've got all those gems rolled up. What's that? There's 5 lots. We get another 500 in main stats. That's kind of nice. It looks like we can do this. Awesome. I don't know if we'll do any augmenting, so we should only have to do like a few keys. We need what do we need? Gem goblins. Gem goblins would be nice. Yarg. Hey buddy, how you doing? How's your corpse explosion poison scythe build going? Yeah, my favourite season was definitely the cube. I'd say that's definitely been the best. I'm not sure the community would be happy replaying that next season, but personally, I'd be quite up for it. I suppose I'd probably pick something different. You take a lucky dip, wouldn't you? Always the gambler. But if it was that next season, it wouldn't bother me too much. I'm not reading comments in order here. I'm getting all confused with farting about with these gems. Ha! Good. I'm glad it works out for you, buddy. We've already had the discussion earlier. Is like it's a bit annoying the way everything gets pushed into one path in this game. Like the game would be healthier if you could have multiple damage sources, but it's just obviously just kind of not really the way the game's designed. Right, put one on him. Yeah. Else does bounties early. You don't have to do it. Well, we've done them. We can do another set later. It's not too bad to miss out on 300 main stat. You know, it's not too bad. We'll maybe finish him once we've perked up the T16 build to the point we can run around super fast. Then I guess we'll go do another set. Maybe we'll just start the next stream with a set of them. Next hardcore wizard streamer, we'll just jump straight in, bash it out. It should pop on the next one. There can't be that many more plans to find. If we get super unlucky, it's at most 2 more, isn't it? You can maybe do some Act 2 because illusory boots are usually decent to have. Not for this build, but I don't know. Again, I'm not sure whether we'll get time to do much past this character. And I heard a goblin then. So where is it? Where is it? I can hear him. Where are you, buddy? There you are. Let's see. Have you got anything decent? Gems, please. Could pop that puzzle ring. That's normally, if you get lucky, we could get a gem goblin in there. So maybe let's go do that after this. Go on the gem hunt. I think you still have to do bounties at 70, don't you, to get all the like level 70 plans? I prefer waiting personally, but I just story of my personality. If we can put it off, let's put it off. I'll do it later. Mañana. Pick that up. Another death wish. We could do with one. We've got one in the cube. I don't know. We're more likely to find the serpent sparker, aren't we? Or did I miss it? Did we pick one up? It might have been. I think that looks like the. It's so hard with the swords. The skins all look the same, don't they? Could be. I mean, the serpent sparker we've got's awful. All of our stuff is awful. I mean, it's still 600 Paragon, isn't it? But yeah, I don't know. What have we got that we're happy with? The boots are okay. I think we've got ancient boots. I guess they're okay. But other than that, we've got no Hydra damage on chest, none on shoulders, non-ancient weapon. The ancient helm we've got, we couldn't roll crit on it. I suppose we could. It's got what, life percent. So all in all, it's our favourite, the Butcher. All in all, we're not terribly well geared at all. Are the blood braces okay? I think no, they're missing crit as well, aren't they? So yeah, no socket in this. So all in all, this character's fairly turd at the moment. There's quite a lot that can be improved, but you know, it's the name of the game, isn't it? We're going to keep slogging away. Now, Exarian. Yeah, the Death Wish, I think's like the handle's quite low on it, isn't it? But I can never tell which one's that and which one's Reinhardt. They look super similar. But I mean, so like a sword is so hard to get. There's like 13 or 14 in the loot pool, so there's an absolute bloody ton of them. Right, let's do... Greed can be quite a tough fight as well, can't she? But we could always swap back onto the push gear. Let's take a punt on this, and fingers crossed. We get quite a few Imperials, don't we, from just generally doing this. But if we can find a gem goblin hiding under one of these pots, then that's kind of helpful, isn't it? Oh, this guy, he's got the plans. You've got the plans, haven't you, buddy? There we go. Amethyst. It's not what we wanted. But yeah, we could just save puzzle rings. Jib off the bounties. Just hope to find a goblin with some plans. So what have we got? Was it one or two more goblins? And is it four per greed run? Ah, blood shards. We're crapping out on this. But never mind. We might get enough to just upgrade to the current level of yellow we've got. I hope. Is there anything there? No. Exarian, yeah. They all look super similar. We can get goblins with greed, but I don't really want to stick in that fight for too long, because she does hit like a truck sometimes. You know me, guys, I'm a bit of a wuss for the old hardcore, so I'm gonna go back, stick the push back on, and then try and fight her. So I guess we could do, what could we do? Just take that out. Just take the Boon of the Hoarder out. That should be fine, shouldn't it? Boon of the Hoarder. I'll put Take. I need to redo the Legendary Gems as well, actually, don't we? And then we'll swap this back off. Safety first, guys. You know it makes sense. Right. Cool. Come on, greed. Come on. Yeah. There we go. Paraphrase, old hardcore players and they're bold hardcore players, but no old bold hardcore players. Yeah, I'm super I try and be super cautious when playing hardcore. Oh, there we go. Oh, we missed him. Yes, squish, squish, squish. Does anyone else do this? You squish the box a few times just for, don't know, therapeutic reasons. Right. So we've got another plan. And then don't want any of this. I hate leveling gems up. I don't know. It just is what it is, isn't it? Right, there we go. So we should have enough now. We only need like 5 of them, don't we? 5, so we need 15. So we might have been able to do that without even doing that greed run, but I'm a divvy, so... was it 15 we need? So we need another... More, please. It's 15, is that right? My 5 doesn't work on my keyboard. Alright, so there we go. 5 of them. Oh, we needed a 6th, didn't we? Because we wanted one in there. Right, okay, so let's just do a few more of those. More than that, isn't it? Mental maths, not a strong point. Yeah, re-leveling the gems again. Like if you're pro hardcore, then I guess maybe just save a copy, as in like you have a spare ready. Let's just do those 3, because that's if you're doing Legacy Dreams, you probably, as soon as the gem drops, you should leave it here and go get a spare copy. Right, okay, so gems I guess we'll keep for doing the T16s, and then speed. Right, we don't want this anymore, do we? We want the taskers on. Is that the taskers we had? We've got 2 copies. Yeah, it's these look better, don't they? And then we want the flavour of time, rogue, and we want that out for... Guess we want enforcer actually, don't we? We should be using enforcer, not trapped. It's complete rework. Right, enforcer, yep. And then Teguk there. And then if we can get that rolled at some point. Oh, we need rogue. We don't want to be jumping in without the rogue. Absolutely not. Right, okay, cool. Let's save that. Speed. Let's go give this a spin on 75 and see how it feels. And then maybe we can have a little go and see if we can get up to maybe 80. If we yeah. Don't know, I mean we've still got a Justice Lantern, we don't want one of those. A salvage the convention like a divvy. That needs to be better, that needs to be better. Like literally all of this stuff. There's not one thing on here. I tell you what, we'll go roll Hydra damage on the shoulders. Now that we've got some mats and stuff. We don't really want cooldown, so we'll get rid of that. Area damage. The Hydras benefit from area damage? Should do. Yeah, group play, buddy. Groups, and you need to now choose the season theme, which I don't. Hydra's 15, there we go. Nice! And then I guess we could roll some Hydra damage here, couldn't we? Take off the armour. Start improving this. Start playing properly, eh? I guess vitality's better than armour, isn't it? Hydra, come on, hit us up with the Hydra damage, please. Take 10%. I'll take 10. There we go, 12. Even better. Okay, cool. Let's go give this a test and see how it does. Paranoid, I'm not going to have the full set bonus on at some point. Right. Whoops, pop the Hydras down. That was silly. I was trying to click that, it just wouldn't go off. Oh dear. Nightmare. Nightmare start. Right. I suppose we have taken some toughness out, haven't we? But yeah, I reckon you might be able to go up and try and do 80. Improve our position on the board. That's what we set out to do today. Got all these gems to level as well. don't know, stricken, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, aside from the cock up at the start, this is feeling definitely faster. Whoop whoop. Yeah, we're trucking now. Absolutely away. Unity as well, isn't it? Could do with one of those. Yeah, I think we'll stick the blood brace back on now and just kind of see how far we can get, and hopefully don't crunch the character. $80 should do is for the session. That'll be fine. And you drop it down to, I don't know, might be able to do a bit more. Hard to say, but this is feeling good for 75. So you never know. We might be able to do like 77 speeds. Did we do the? Yeah, we did the crit gem in the weapon. Hop in here. There we go. Yeah, and I won't subject you to any more bounties. We'll do that next time. That'd be another 300 in main stat. Run, run, Forest, run! Come on, electrocute armor, please. Oh, look at that. Zoom, 930. Easy breezy. Right, let's get these blood braces back on. And then zoom up. Nice, be at 600 Paragon in no time. Next rift. No. All this stuff's for the bimp. Right. Yep. Add Paragon on. And then I think it's just the blood braces, isn't it? We'll double check before we jump in, just to make sure. So it's these ones. So let's resave this push. The state of this push build. The absolute state. Right, let's go orbs. Let's go big time on the orbs. Etch sigil, please. If we find an ancient one of those, we'll keep it, but I don't really know what for, because I think this is all we're going to be doing. Right, what's the highest we can do? 78. Let's be one of those bold, brave players. Well, so far so good. But we need to, there we go, Carini bonus. But yeah, I'm not sure how much further up we go on the boards. But the pleasing thing is we're sneaking on already, and we've got plenty that we can improve. Lots to do with the character, so you know that's good. Again, in theory, we're not really getting much value out of the Taeguk at the moment because we're not really standing still channeling for long enough. But in theory that should help us out a bunch with damage and toughness. Oh, take that though. Big Kurt, thanks for the follow. Nearly missed this blow, getting distracted by the chat box. How's your weekend been, Big Kurt? I've lost all sense of what time what day it is with the kids being off on school holidays. My head's absolutely all over the shop. And like the Champions League being like over weird nights as well. Today feels like it should be like Thursday or something. Wondering whether we even need we've got the Hergbrash's binding belt on, which is giving us the reduced resource cost on Arcane Tor. I'm not even sure if we need it, you know. We'll be able to get away with either some more deeps with the Witching Hour, or possibly we could even go for a String of Ears. Buff us up against some melee attacks, give us some more damage reduction. Guess if we find a nice Witching Hour, we'll try that. Crimson's is probably the sensible choice, isn't it? If we do some more bounties next time, then because that just super helps, doesn't it, for the extra damage and damage reduction. Does mean dropping the Tasker and Theo, but it's like, I don't know, you're probably going to be close to 50% extra damage, I think, with the Crimsons anyway. And the extra like 30, like 40% damage reduction is going to be super helpful for hardcore. So I guess that's probably that's the smart play, isn't it? Once we find the plans, jump on the old Crispins. Nice, Paragon 600. Love the round numbers. But yeah, this is definitely going to be cut short by toughness rather than damage, I think. But I don't really think there's much else we can do about the toughness without finding a pair of unities and the follower token, of which we have none of those three things. Can't, like off the top of my head, can't really think of anything else defensively that can go in. Oh, so many explosions. Be patient. Let's wait. Wait for them to blow up. Nice. Condi for the win. Ooh, 880, nice. Jumped a good 100 places there. So, I don't know, I mean, what's that enough damage at the moment to do, like, it's way higher than that, isn't it? Like, maybe enough to get not too far from 90. Don't know if we've got the toughness for that, mind, but obviously each riff we do get a bit more power, don't we? Oh, cooldown reduction. Don't really need any of that, I don't think. Right. Let's just go and bang. Oh, it's telling us we can do 81. Should we jump for that? Let's see. Can we do 81? This should jump us up a fair bit. If we can, Festering Woods, good start. Just need to keep the old Carini bonus active. And yeah, Pylon. Pylon would be nice. Let's ask for the dream. Let's see if it's possible. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Welcome, welcome. 81. I think we might take him in singles after this. Don't know. They are quite powerful, the Hydras. It's just that Carini bonus. Ooh, here we go. Condi. So yeah, even in the middle of that, we're still surviving. Interesting. It is just so weird with the toughness, where the electrocute Carini bonus just drops. You lose 80% and your toughness just goes into the floor. But yeah. Ooh. So we do 90 more levels for the 100. Might need some orgs for that. We'll see. Ancient weapon, definitely. On the march up the boards. Oh, we've lost a bit of health there. Yeah, definitely in singles from this point onwards. Again, see, it's like the Carini bonus is gone. It's like, you're just so screwed when it goes. It's just like, I don't know, it's weird. Really, really weird. Let's not chill out too much. Yeah, it's weird. It just doesn't always activate. Like when it's gone, it's like there's nothing that you can press to get it back. It's just gotta wait it out. But it'd be much better if you could pop a button. So it's just the periodically shocking enemies, isn't it? I guess that's just it, isn't it? It's not always gonna activate for you. But I mean, when it's up, it's absolutely golden. There's no problemo at all. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yeah, super inconsistent. That's definitely what's gonna kill us. It's gonna be that dropping off at some point. Didn't even click that. I just figured we could probably. There was only like not much around, so I figured we could probably do it. Defend ourselves, but yeah, best practice probably is to go back to town, isn't it? I don't know, if there's nothing around I tend to just wait it out. But yeah, that mechanic is definitely going to be the end of this wizard at some point. At some point it's going to go and I'm going to be in a situation where I can't back myself out of it. But again, you know, I suppose you probably just have to start playing a bit more defensively, don't you? Like just keeping your distance a bit more. Nice, 770. Ooh. Another rift, another cheat death activated. Cheers, Silver Surfer. Let's have a look through the goodies. See if we've got anything. Doesn't look like there's anything of interest in there, but have a look, see. Halo Valleys, we might want one of those. Depth Diggers, look at, oh man, how much would I love those on my Necromancer? Nearly 650 on the int, 100% on the modifier. They'd be absolutely perfect. Reroll the sockets. Damn. Right, orbs. Right. Nice. 20% cold. Damage rolls okay. Nearly max on int. 20% on the secondary. That's quite good. We'll I'll get rid of that one. GG's. That's usable. Paragon. I guess we just keep putting the points into this. I don't know, maybe there's nothing I can do about that mechanic. Maybe we're just stuck with it. More orbs, please. No luck. Let's just take it one at a time. How many keys? We've got 3. Let's just do these 3. We'll see if we can go up. And each rift should give us a few. Yeah, Ivy. The stream booked when I did it first, so I changed the title, clicked go live, was nattering away to myself for like 2-3 minutes, and then realised that it hadn't gone live, so I just hit the go live button again, and it just like started the stream, but it didn't keep the title I'd put in, so I guess it says Crusader, but yeah, no. Hardcore Wizard. We're out here procking the cheat death left, right and centre, because we've got this Carini that just loves to randomly drop off and like not activate. But yeah, it's another filthy casual technical failing, so don't know, you're gonna have to bear with me guys whilst I learn how not to suck at streaming. Why hardcore? For the fun. It's exciting. We've procced like the heart pumps. I had to go and fight the butcher earlier. I absolutely crapped himself. Just for the lols, for the entertainment, exhilaration, the thrill. You know me. I'm a loot fiend, dopamine junkie. I've got to play through at least 6 characters a season and collect up all the gear pieces. Maybe I should give up D3 and just take up stamp collecting, or Pokemon cards. Just open sticker packs all day. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to start playing this properly, a little bit more conservatively. See, it's like it's gone and it just randomly pops back. I don't know. It's like I'd say this. Yeah, I don't know. It will do us in the end. It'll be what is the end for our squishy little whiz? Because at some point it's gonna go and I'm gonna panic. I'm gonna make a bad choice and that'll be that. But But it's interesting. We could die. We could literally die any minute. Any minute it could be the end. A stream about stamp collecting would be a lot less interesting. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Dunno. I like playing all the characters. I spent so much time on Xbox playing hardcore. It is fun. I mean, you know, I think I'll probably do a bit more hardcore next season now that I've got a little bit of a grip on some of the streaming basics. But I think I'll just do 2 accounts next season. I'll do one for messes, so I'll pick whatever's going to be the probably best class overall once we've got the balance patch changes in, and then we'll do like 3 or 4 hardcore ones, try and get on the boards. Again, it depends what the season theme is and stuff, but that's the loose plan I've got at the moment. But yeah, it looks, I don't know, subject to the toughness, looks like we might be able to do up to like 85, I guess, maybe a bit more. Maybe we've got enough damage to get not too far from 90. That would involve staying away from everything. Yeah, I need to get a bit better at staying the hell away from stuff, because at the moment I'm still kind of like just going, yeah, whatever. I think I'm used to playing this with the APDs, so again I could swap those in. I guess we could dump off the Tasker and Theo, lose the 50% modifier, but we could then put like the Magistrate Helm on the character and go for APDs and Ashengar's Blood Braces. That's kind of, so I think I've got like a lot of muscle memory just like standing in between the Hydras and letting them freeze stuff for me, because in my mind it's improving my toughness, whereas obviously in reality it's not. Actually, I need to like pop them and then like run off here like that and play way more conservatively and just try and use the freeze to like hide behind them. But I mean, you don't really want to reposition yourself because you drop your channeling bonuses. You drop your Taeguk, you drop your Etch Sigil, you drop your Death Wish. So I guess when you get to actual pushing, this kind of map's not that bad because for hardcore, because you can just hide behind the doors and stuff. You can drop them and run around. You know, if you're careful about eliminating all the enemies out the corridors, that is. Right, so with that in mind, let's try and freeze him, and hopefully they'll kill him before he runs out of CC immunity. Nope. Close. There we go, 754. Look at that, poor Templar on his butt again. On your feet, soldier. Lol, record. We're on the boards, come on. This is serious stuff, this. So the way to keep up your resource is Topaz in the helm, and then this belt here, Hergbrash's Binding, reduce the arcane power of Arcane Torrent by like up to 65%. So when we fire, as you can see, it's barely going back, and you also really want to get arcane power on crit on your source, so whenever you crit you get arcane power back. May well be that just arcane power on crit and the Topaz is enough, but I don't know. We may be overkilling it, but I don't think we've got any decent belts anyway, so yeah, maybe if we find a witching hour we can stick it there and give it a try. Do the hardcore leaderboard show dead players? Yeah, once you've cleared it, if you rip your character, you're still on there. I quite like the idea of a last man standing game mode, as in like you still have to kind of be alive to qualify. But I don't quite know how the mechanics of that would work, but that's, you know, SSF last man standing could be quite cool. Vitality, we'll keep going. We'll do 1,000 points into vitality, I guess, if we get there. Serious connection problems with Diablo 3 constantly requires router reboots. Any ideas? Yes, Brad, that happened to me absolutely loads. I ended up buying a proper gaming router, and that fixed it for me, because I think my router was just getting too much traffic from the family. Like there was, you know, I've got like several computers all attached to it, phones, iPads, the kids have got all their stuff as well, my wife's got devices. I was having to reboot my router pretty much daily trying to play, but I ended up buying a Nighthawk and that fixed it all. So, but I mean, if you've already got like a super duper router, then I'm out of ideas, because that's the only thing that I've managed to do with mine. Have you got a specific router, or have you just got the one your ISP gave you? Because if you're just using the one that your ISP gave you, it's generally like the CPU and it's not powerful enough to handle like loads of sources connected to it. So again, it depends. If it's just you in the house and you've only got a few devices, then it might not be that. But if you live with other people and there's like 10 or 20 devices all connecting, you can also get like, you can split your bandwidth. Zero, thanks for the follow. You can also try and split your band, can't you, if you've got the capability with your router to like different signals, so you can split it into like different like 5 megahertz channels, so that basically not everyone's connecting to the same one, to again give the signal bandwidth a bit of a boost, I think. Okay, you might want to, I mean, like I ended up buying a Nighthawk. I can't remember how much it was off the top of my head, but I just kind of, I thought, well, I kind of can't really risk any drops and problems when I'm streaming, so. But yeah, I need to start adding links to all the stuff that I use, because occasionally people ask. But yeah, I think the router can just get confused, like, because obviously, like, if you do Netflix at all, then obviously, you know, you've got like your TV or your Xbox or whatever it is, your Fire Stick all connected, phone times like 1, 2, you know, maybe up to 4 phones in a house, you know, laptop. But yeah, I've had zero problems. Well, in saying that, I had one day where I had to reset it all because I uploaded like a 40 gigabyte file to YouTube, and my son had like friends around, so there was like loads of stuff going on. But other than that, it's been perfect. I used to struggle with connection on this all the time, like particularly playing on laptop. The other thing you can do is hardline your connection to your laptop rather than going off the Wi-Fi. But chances are it's probably not Diablo 3 that's the problem. Hey, Nightbot movie quote time. Yeah, it'll probably be that, Bri. If you drop like 80 or 100 quid on a nice router that's got the capability to handle like multiple devices connected to it, you should see a big improvement. I picked one just based on YouTube. It was a house full of streamers. So it was like 3 or 4 streamers who lived together, It was a sponsored video by Nighthawk, but they did quite a good job of, like, I think they had 45 devices connected to it. So okay, I don't know, buddy, but obviously it could just be an anecdote, but that's my personal experience. So I don't know if anyone else has invested in a specific router rather than just the one the ISP gives, whether they've had any performance improvements. Yeah, it was, as I say, it was 3 or 4 streaming guys who live together, and they basically said, yeah, this router is amazing. It was good. It allows you to see what's connected to your network, and like my phone will tell me if anything new gets, you know, it gives me a push notification on the app on my phone if anything connects. So I know who's connected all the time. I mean, you can get like proper super flash ones with like software in to like try and pick your servers for like first person shooters, so like NetDoomer and that kind of stuff. But I've kind of, from looking at them, kind of heard that that's just a bit of a gimmick. It doesn't really do very much. But again, you know, with some of them you can get software that will allow you to like prioritize certain devices for like the internet usage, and you know, I nearly went for one with like that kind of stuff because I just thought maybe I could connect this PC to make sure that it never drops. Even if my son tries to like play Fortnite or stream something, it'll just go, yeah, sorry buddy, you're restricted to like 30% of the bandwidth. 729, whoop whoop whoop. Onwards and upwards we go. No problemo. Yeah, well, this is it. You don't really like any smart sockets, your relaxer. There's tons that runs on Wi-Fi these days. Absolutely loads. I can't get Virgin here, which is hella annoying. So I'm stuck with like 10 meg upload is about the best speed I ever get, which is really annoying for uploading massive files to YouTube. I guess we'll keep them. You never know. All this stuff's going in the bin anyway at the end of the season, so we'll stuff the drawers until they can't take no more, and then maybe we'll have a look see at it. Tell you what we need rings, don't we? Can't believe I salvaged that COE. What a divvy. I've got DBs. Let's just bang up a few in the cube, see if we can get one. We don't really want a Justice Lantern. Halo of Ali's double crit. Nice. Ice armor reduces melee damage by... Yeah, you need to pair them with APDs, don't you? We could do that. We could ditch the blood braces for APDs and go Halo of Ali's. Come on. Come on. Yeah, we'll think on that. We'll think on that one. Yeah, I'd love to get it. I mean, I've looked into business internet, but it doesn't actually offer any better speed because obviously it's the same cabling. I think I can maybe get some priority access because around 6 PM UK time it does. Well, again, not so much with the new router, but with the old one, it used to get really sluggish. But yeah. Hey Han, how you doing, buddy? How's your weekend been? This isn't Crusader, by the way. another technical fail. Is this the last key? And I'm gonna have to go get some more keys. But this is nice. We're kind of 85 range. Oops. Yeah, Halo of Ali's. We could do that, couldn't we? I've been checking for absolutely years. I used to do a lot of Call of Duty, so I was obsessed with trying to find the best connection. I'm not obsessed, but I always kind of thought, oh, well, maybe if we could swap internet provider, I'll get a better connection and I'll be able to not have as much lag and stuff like that. So I've kind of always had my eye on it. But yeah, it's just on the world, the cabling just hasn't arrived, which is weird. I don't really get why it hasn't. But I don't really think I can do much about my internet speed at the moment. But as soon as they open it up, it'll be I'll be dropping the trigger on it, definitely. Drop the hammer. Normal connection is about 50 meg down and about 10 up. I can't really seem to get any better than that. There's no Virgin and BT, like when you click through, they're like, oh yeah, you can do like way better than that, and then when you actually put your postcode in and it checks it for you, it goes, yeah, that's about as much as you can have. My boss lives probably about 10 miles from me, and he had to, I think, pay for BT to come out and put better cabling in. But I don't know what his speeds are. Weirdness. Yeah, I joked with my wife saying I need to get a little flat somewhere with cable. I just need to go there, play Diablo for 8 hours, upload my YouTube videos. I'll come back every now and then. Come see you with the kids. Yeah, she doesn't like that joke too much. Don't want to be standing in the middle of fatties. Come on, concentrate, filthy. We don't want to die at the end of this episode. Oh, we haven't said goodbye to YouTube yet, have we? Let's do that at the end of this rift. Otherwise the file size is going to be ginormous. I did the last upload in 720p and it knocked 1 gig off the file size. It's like, what? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, there's a couple of people who do watch the full episodes on YouTube, so I feel a little bad that this is probably going to be the last one that I upload for a little while. I'm going to carry on with the hardcore character, but it's just, with the internet, it's like 7 to 8 hours to upload, so I've got to constantly keep making sure my PC doesn't also switch off, because I don't want to turn that feature off because I'll just forget to put it back on. And yeah, my wife and kids aren't massively enamoured with tons of the bandwidth being taken up for it. Hunter, thanks for the follow, buddy. MKV, yeah, it said, I had a little look on Google for that, and it said that I have to convert it back to a format for YouTube, so I presumed that it wasn't going to make much of a difference. Because you can't like upload MKV directly to YouTube. So I just thought, well, I'll probably end up converting it to that and then have to convert it back, and then I presume it's going to be similar-ish size. I might be wrong. But I did have a little look into it. But I mean, the video on demand's always going to be here on Twitch. I don't know. I'll see if enough people complain and say, oh, I was really enjoying it, then I will. But I mean, realistically, it's, you know, the videos, they're obviously not made for views, because, you know, you'll get like, I don't know, 800 or something like that, and of that, like, what, 1 or 2% of people will probably watch the full thing, if that. So come on. Yeah, there we go. Carini. 713, and oh, the red beam. The red beam of dream. What an end to the episode. So there you go. Anyone who's stuck around. What is this ring? I kind of almost don't want this to be good. Because I'd want it for my main account. What is it? Broken Promises. Ice Hydro looks fun. Broken Promises. Bingo. Just what we always wanted. Right, YouTube, goodbye. We're going to cut this episode now, but we'll keep on streaming for another, I don't know, 45 minutes, hour or something like that. So yeah, last episode on YouTube. Come watch the VODs on Twitch, and yeah, see you soon, guys.